Hi you guys, welcome back to LOL the series. I'm your girl Alaché and we are on another week back here with you guys. So this week I'm talking about the dreaded eczema. And being a mom myself, I have two kids who battle eczema, and I have had to, over the years, come up with something that would work where I was not putting too much steroids or cortisones or whatever it was on their skin. So naturally combating eczema. And we all hate the itch. The itch is uncomfortable. We hate the scarring that it gives to our skin, and the appearance of our skin is ridiculous. So today I'm going to be showing you guys some things that I have tried with my kids that I tried and true that work, and I will be giving you guys more information at the end of this video. Subscribe to my website with the links. Everything will be below. It's going to be on alaché.com, and you'll be able to get an ebook on there that you can download once you subscribe to my channel or to my website. You'll be able to get that ebook, and I will give you guys more tricks and more tips. But these three things that I'm about to show you today will change your life. So I'm working today with an oat soak, which I do, and I love that. I use that with my kids, and then a salt soak and an oil. So we're gonna get started on making these goodies. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, obviously, another thing I wanna tell you guys, these things that I'm showing you today are really super inexpensive. You don't have to break the bank to do it. And the good thing is that a lot of these things you probably have at home in your pantry. And if you don't, if eczema is something that you really deal with all the time, you're probably gonna wanna, make the investment and go on Amazon, which I will give you guys links as to where you can get that. The links will be in the ebook, but they're very simple and it's very straightforward, and I'll have all the measurements. But basically for the salt soak, I use 3 kinds of salt. I love the Himalayan pink salt, and I'll have that. And the reason why I use this salt is because it has a high level of potassium in it. So you may wonder why I'm combining my salts. And then I have Epsom salt, which is a magnesium sulfate, and it's really good for you. And then the last but not least is the fine sea salt, because there's just something about sea salt which is different from your regular table salts, which are sodium chlorides. With your sea salts, these are more rich in minerals like magnesium and calcium and other things that you basically need that would be really good for your skin. So there's actually research that shows that people that go to the beach actually come out, especially if they have like eczema, inflammations in their skin. There's something about going in the ocean that just makes it better for them with their inflammation. And that all has to do obviously with the salt content of the ocean water. So that's why I really like this one. My first daughter has really bad eczema, and this really seems to calm her down. So those are the 3 salts that I'm mixing, and I have half a cup of 1 cup of sea salt. I have 1.5 cup of Epsom salt, and last but not least, I have half a cup, 1 cup. So 1 cup of Himalayan salt, 1 cup of Dead Sea salt, and 1.5 cup Epsom salt. So that's the measurement, and I'll have all that stuff in the deck. So I'm gonna pour the Epsom salt in first. I'm just gonna put that in carefully. Normally you can use like a funnel or something, but today I'm just gonna, do it this way. So I'm just gonna carefully put that in. And like I said, this is really, you know what? Let's scoop it in. How about that? And by the way, I have this really cute scoops, that you get this at the dollar store. The mason jars I got at the dollar store. So it's like really inexpensive. You don't have to break your bank account to do this project. You just need to get, and sometimes you probably already have mason jars at home that you can use, or maybe some storage containers that, you don't need to go out there and go out of your way to get it. Okay, cool. We got that in. Great. A little bit of a mess, but we got it in. Okay, next I'm gonna pour in the sea salt. Like I said, normally when I do my powders, I use a funnel, but I thought this would work today. And then last but not least is the pink salt. So we're gonna scoop this in as well. I'm gonna scoop that in. And if you have the time, you can soak 20 minutes. If you don't, you can do, and also with the Epsom salts, will be more like a detox bath. So I suggest like taking it slow, and just working your way up with it. And I think honestly, twice a week is a good start, to work your way into it. And now what I do is I infuse this with like lavender oil, just a dropper full, and that's all you need. So not only does it give it the scent, but you get like the whole benefits of lavender oil. I'm just gonna shake that in, and there you have it, your salt soak, and you're good to go. Just get this and a 1/4 cup of this in your bath. So scoop about a 1/4 cup, and that's all you need to soak. So the next thing I'm going to move to is the oat soak. And this, honestly, you guys, I swear by this soak. I just had a baby, and she has a really, really bad case of seborrheic dermatitis, which is basically baby acne, baby eczema, which is really, really bad. And using this on her every day in the bath has helped her. So once I make this, I'm gonna basically tell you guys what you do with this is you put it in your bathtub, probably like a 1/4, 1/2 cup for an adult, and you basically shake it into your water like a milk. But another good thing to do if you really have bad inflammations is to make a paste with it, and probably use apple cider vinegar, I would say, and use that paste and rub it on your trouble areas that are really, you know, concentrated and disturbing you the most. I would make that paste and rub it in and let it sit till it dries out, and then soak in the tub. Same thing, just like the salt. I would probably start out doing 10 to 15 minutes of that a day. And what you would do is basically shower when you're done with your shower, and then use this as a rinse. So when you soak, you can also just pat your body down. You don't need to like rinse it off or anything. You would just pat that down. Or if you just wanted to do a rinse, you could rinse down with it. So that's how I would do this. So that being said, with this, I have 2 cups of colloidal oats. But in the event that you don't have access to colloidal oats, just get really nice steel cut oats. I'm not doing that here today, but put that in a food processor and blend that down to a fine powder. And then I have coconut milk, because the benefits of the milk, it's not only just softens your skin, but it also helps with the inflammation. And then the last ingredient that I have here is bentonite clay. And the bentonite clay is good for drawing out toxins out of your body. And that's the reason why I have this combination. And then lastly, I just use, just like I did with the salt, a dropper of lavender oil, which we will do once we get putting this in. So I'm gonna use my scoop so we don't make a mess like the last time. All right, so I'm gonna try to scoop this out this time because I don't wanna make a big mess. Okay, cool. So we got all the oats in. Now I'm gonna put in the coconut milk. That's all of that. And last but not least, and when you're scooping your bentonite clay, please avoid putting metals. Just use plastic to scoop out your clay. Okay, so that's all of that. And I'm just gonna put the dropper in of the lavender oil. And I'm gonna use this spatula and just kind of mix in. And there you have it. You have your lavender infused oat soak. Same thing, nice little spatula, and you just scoop out what you need, a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup in the bath, and you're good. Now the last thing is, just like with eczema, we all know eczema is the dryness to our skin that makes us get really itchy and uncomfortable. So the key to also staying comfortable with eczema is to have your skin highly moisturized at all times. And I'm not talking about like a grease ball, obviously. I don't like that. So I have a combination of 6 oils here that I use. And the first one I'm gonna show is fractionated coconut oil. And then I have BORAGE oil. I have rice bran oil, golden jojoba oil, castor oil, and argan oil. And I'll have the measurements of all of this. And last but not least, I have vitamin E that I put in that. And so this is simple. It takes you no time to fill this up. So I'm just gonna pour that in, pour the coconut oil in. And the reason why I use the fractionated coconut oil is just because that obviously stays, you know, liquid versus having to deal with your oil go solid on you. Not that it's a bad problem to have. Okay, so to put that, it's golden jojoba oil, and now I'm gonna put in the argan oil. And I'll be sure to list the benefits of all these oils down for you guys. This is rice bran oil, and this oil, as rich as it is not greasy or heavy. So for people worried about like maybe the summertime, you should be fine with this. Okay, and then the last but not least is, let me put this down here, is your castor oil. Last, I'm just gonna drop in vitamin E oil, which you're not only going to just benefit from that for your skin, and that's it. And you just cork this close and just kind of blend them in slowly. And there you have it. You have your eczema combating body oil, and feel free to just rub that into your skin. I'll probably just give you guys a little taste of that. I'm just gonna put the cork on my hand and just let you see, look at that, you know, and it's really soft and just gives you like that really good glow. And it's not sticky, it's not heavy, and you should be good even if you live in like really warmer climates. You should be fine with that. So yeah, these are my little tips and tricks for eczema. These are not things that I'm reading about. These are stuff that I actually use with my kids that work for my family. And please feel free to leave me comments below and let me know some of the tricks and tips that you guys are using for your skin. And if there's anything that you want or any questions that you guys have and you want me to address or answer, please feel free to leave me comments. I love to hear from you guys, what you guys are doing, what you're using, and whatever you guys would love to hear more from me or other tricks. And please also go to alaché.com and you will have a link on there where you can subscribe to my mailing list. And once you do that, you will be able to download the ebook for free and you'll get all the information and extra tips that I use on eczema. Until then, I'll see you guys again next week. And this is me, LOL.